Hi, this is Andrew Stearns, Holistic Health Practitioner. Welcome to my physical therapy page, or as I also call it, holistic therapy. Now, don't be afraid of the word holistic. Don't worry, there won't be any burning of sage or chanting into your old elbow or low back injury. What I am going to share with you, though, is my experience over the last 24 years when dealing with clients who have discomfort, pain, or an actual injury. There's usually two categories of people who come to this page. One, you're going through just that, some sort of pain, some sort of discomfort, an injury, and you're looking for a solution. The second category is you've gone through that in the past. You've experienced pain, discomfort when you're exercising, when you're playing a sport you love, or just living life. And we've stopped. We've put that on hold because we're afraid it's going to come back. There's a third category as well, which is you've gone from therapist to therapist, doctor to doctor, and unfortunately, surgeon to maybe pharmaceuticals to get ourselves out of pain, out of discomfort, to fix an injury that wasn't addressed properly from the beginning. If you fall into any one of those categories or all three, you're in the right place. Let me share with you some of the solutions I've found. I'm going to start off with a very quick analogy called rock in the shoe. Very simple, we've all experienced it. We're walking and we have a rock in our shoe, ranging anywhere from mildly uncomfortable to very painful. What do? We stop, we make an assessment, I know what that is, we shake it out and we're good to go. What we don't do is leave it there all day, all week, all month, all year, or beyond. But how many of you have had pain, discomfort, or let an injury go unchecked for that long? How many of you have gotten away from things you love doing because of it? Now, with the rock and shoe example, none of us would go that long, but if you did, the opposite side would start to compensate. We would start to walk differently. And what used to be in the right foot might be in the left knee, left hip, shoulder, even the neck. I've seen injuries where the solution is found in the feet, but it was being registered a much, much higher than that, as an example. One of the things I share with you and we have to start listening to isn't just myself as the teacher or your practitioner, the best teacher there is initially, which is pain. Pain is an incredible teacher. We don't want to be in the classroom for too long, so to speak, but we need to take a look. We need to listen. What is this discomfort? What is this pain? What is this potential injury trying to tell us? We have to learn either through a practitioner or ourselves. I need to stop, reassess, because remember, not every bit of pain is an actual injury, but it is giving us a lot of data, a lot of information for us to process and hopefully get through. If you haven't gone through it, there's a solution. I promise you, I've been in pain myself. Remember, whatever we put into the body, we have to take out, exercise included. My system has been formulating for over the last 24 years since I've been in the wellness industry. I've worked with more and more challenging clients as my skill set's gotten better and word of mouth gets around. When I first started, I worked with a lot of athletes, a lot of people like myself, and those were injuries I may have been familiar with. As I've progressed, I've worked with sometimes an older clientele, injuries that have been there for quite a while, and what I've had to do is study, remain very humble, and learn from some of the best in the industry. As I implement my system and formulated it, it's not just assessment, which we start off with, and is critical. Remember, if you're not assessing, you're guessing. It also uses all the tools in the toolbox available to me and within my scope. We're also going to assess how's your nutrition. Are we eating ourselves into injury, which you can do, or at least slowing down our progress? Are we eating foods that are pro or anti-inflammatory? Are we carrying around a little bit too much weight that's exacerbating an existing pain or an existing injury? We're going to take a look at the physical as well as the psychological and emotional aspects of belief and injury. What used to be registering as something very uncomfortable is now something we tend to live with and fight through. We're trying to Superman our way through an injury. That's one of the worst things we can do. We start to ignore it, live with it, and then when someone asks us, we're not even able to be honest because we don't think it bothers us, hurts us, and we're compensating. We're living with this, and that is our new normal. I'm telling you right now, we don't need to live like that. We don't need to operate like that, and we can get back to the things and the lifestyle, the sport, the activity, the exercise that you love so much. Once I assess a client, what I'm going to do from there is make sure we have a plan to implement such changes. Could be a degree of flexibility, mobility, strengthening, changing how we eat, making changes along our psyche and our emotion with regard to pain and injury. So not only do we not have to experience what we're going through, we don't have to go through it ever again. And if we do, we know how to get out of it. My favorite part is being proactive, starting to strengthen, mobilize, and make sure the stability is in a certain pattern so that we never experience an injury there and we can push you even further. better in that exercise, in that sport, along those goals. That's something I call bulletproofing. We'll talk about that a little later as well, once we meet. So if you found yourself ignoring pain, ignoring discomfort, if you found that you have never addressed or still suffering from something post-rehabilitation, an injury you went through, had a surgery, or you don't think you can get back to the activity you love, reach out. Tell me a little bit about yourself. Tell me what you're going through. Introduce yourself by clicking on the link below for a free consultation. We'll connect, get you assessed, and put a plan together to find a solution together. That's my promise to you.